And then into Lesmo 2. And now actually Saban gets a 5-place grid penalty with a collision with Raven. And Morleader has decided he has finished his session. So he will start P12 at best. And now we got loads of drivers now about to finish lap times. Razor Gamer, there's a driver in the wall there. That is of Doctor. Razor Gamer up to the line. Only good enough for P16 at the moment. We've now got the Haas car of SASUKEDIOR rounding Parabolica, currently improving by 2.5 tenths. And where is this lap time going to put the Haas? And it's going to put him into P4. Very good lap time for him. We've got the other McLaren of Stizzy up to the line. Good enough for P13. Many more drivers now. The Mercedes of Neb goes into provisional pole with a 17.5 now. Saban, obviously, he has invalidated himself. Ricardo into the pits. Jamie rounding the final corner. What can Jamie do on this lap? ERS enabled up to the line. P5 overtakes Ricardo there. Kimi Dakunda now on a lap, but he's not improving as we see from the Delta at the moment. But can he find any bit of time into the final corner? Kimi Dakunda up to the line. P4 for him, and that is going to be your qualifying session unless Bath Destroyer can do anything. He's backed off as he's invalidated.
Bath Destroyer has no front wing. Bath Destroyer has no front wing anyway, so he's crashed on his main flying lap.
As we go trackside and we go to 5 red lights, and it's going to be lights out in a few seconds, and away we go. The drivers were held a little bit as Neb Restream in pole. Did he get a good start compared to Bubbly? And I think he did. And I think Saban also, Kimi Dakunda got a very good start there in P3. Already past that Red Bull of Bubbly. We've got 2 drivers here going side by side. Jamie and SASUKEDIOR. Jamie getting a little bit caught out. There's a McLaren launching into the air there. Probably doing a bit of NASA there, which is obviously a reference to Ariana Grande as we go through Curva Grande right now. Neb Restream there, though, who was in the pole sitter. Is he going to try and make a send there? Going into the De La Rocha chicane, round the inside, has the outside for turn 5. A little bit of contact there as we see Bubbly still down the inside. Bubbly retakes the lead, and we see Jamie there trying to go down the inside. Neb falling down to P4 now, and Jamie up to P3. Kimi Dakunda in P2. We've got a few more positions there, and I think someone's gone off there. Alex has probably gone into the gravel, and I think there was a bit of contact there with Milionski as we see Doctor and Morleader here going side by side, going down the straight, and I think Doctor has been able to take that. Morleader not leading out of that little battle there. Kimi Dakunda, though, is he looking for a send on Bubbly here as we go into turn 1? He moves to the inside. Is he going to be latest on the brakes? Yes, he is. A bit of a lock up there, but Bubbly is able to leave him space, and that is a nice overtake there from Kimi Dakunda. And we've got fastest lap times being set all around the board right now. And Neb really just moving to the inside, not really trying to get any slipstream, but we are going to see Bubbly and Kimi Dakunda go side by side there. A little bit of contact there, but Bubbly is able to stay in front and retake the race lead. Can Neb try and make a send on Jamie, as I think he got a much better exit compared to Jamie, and I think we have another couple of drivers there about to go side by side, but Neb Restream is going to go down the inside of Jamie as they go into the De La Rocha chicane, still side by side. And I think Neb has just been able to get the better traction there. And Jamie's actually gone all the way down.
Stairsy got spun round. It was 3 wide with, I think, Saban and Twizzler coming into the De La Rocha chicane, and that did send Stairsy right down to the back of the grid.
I think Tharlo here could be in a good position here to maybe get some places, as both the Mercedes are trying to create a wall here for the Sauber, but Sauber is going to go around the outside, and he literally gets 1. Can he get 2 as we go down into turn 1? He's got Ricardo there on his inside, and he's going to be latest on the brakes, manages to get it slowed down, bit of contact with the Mercedes, but Tharlo somehow makes the position, and we've got Neb and Fifas here going side by side, but I think Fifas has just been able to back out of that one and stay behind for the time being. Is Neb going to look for a move here, though, on Jamie once again, going into De La Rocha, but Jamie saw it coming and excellently defended that, but I think Fifas might have got a bit of a better exit. Milionski there, down the inside of Brian Evans, and there was a bit of contact going into Lesmo 1, but going into Lesmo 2, Milionski is firmly ahead of that Red Bull. As we are going to see Raven round the outside. Oh, Brian Evans, and Raven's been spun round. I only caught that on the last part of that, but I think Brian Evans may have made a bit of contact with Raven there, and I do believe that will be seen by the stewards, as I think SASUKEDIOR and Twizzler were going side by side there on the exits. Will Saban look for a move on Morleader going into De La Rocha, though? No, he doesn't. And Saban there getting, Twizzler, getting a bit all out of shape there, and that's allowed Suzuki Dior there through around the outside though, and Suzuki Dior gets the place as we are going to see Jamie and Neb go side by side there into turn 1. And Neb gets that round the outside, has the inside for turn 2. Very nice move there from Neb Restream. I've been doing a lot of talking. Let's have a bit of comms from you as I try and take a breather. Or not, as Jamie gets the move back on Neb. Milionski here, though, is going to try and make a move down the inside of Neb. And honestly, I thought there was going to be a bit of contact there, but he is going to get that down the inside. Through the trees we look. And Milionski does indeed get the move there on Neb, but Neb will have the DRS. Obviously, both of them will actually have DRS as Bubbly retakes the race lead. And Fifas is behind. Milionski moves to the inside. Neb is going to try it around the outside, but gets blocked off there. And I think Suzuki Dior got collected in that a little bit, as Neb will stay in P7, Fifas in P8. I think Morley they're getting in front of that one though, but still Doctor is trying to defend. He's going to go down the inside there of Suzuki Dior into turn 1, through turn 2. The Haas will have the inside line. And they're still going to remain it side by side as we go onto the exit through Curva Grande. We go now turn 3. Who is going to be leading? And it is going to be Suzuki Dior. Saban, though, round the outside as well on the Williams. Can he also get the Haas as well? We're going to ride on board with the Alpine, and he is already down the inside of the Haas. Going into their Rogia. The Haas breaks latest into turn 5, into turn 4 and 5. And Suzuki Dior manages to fend off the Alpine behind. Bubbly here, though, is going to try and get a move on Kimi Dekunda here, though, I think, as Neb gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, as Bubbly does get in front of Kimi Dekunda, but that is not what Neb wanted. Bubbly is starting to claw back those positions he did lose. Now Raza Gamer is going to move down the inside of Alex, and I think Milionski is going to try and make his send as well, as they do go into turn 1, and I thought they were going to go 3 wide there momentarily. But I think Raza Gamer gets the move. Milionski and Alex still going side by side, going through Curva Grande. And Milionski gets that, and he's also going to get down the inside of Raza Gamer as well. Can Alex follow him through? Yes, he does, Alex. And also Brian Evans as well, as Raza Gamer loses 3 places through 1 corner. Let's ride on board with Bubbly and see if he can get past Kimi Dekunda on this straight. And he has got a lot of DRS, a lot of ERS there. Twizzler, is he in the wall? Twizzler has crashed on the exit of Ascari. I think he's done a U.
Yep, he has done a me.
He's done a U.
It's only a virtual safety car, though.
Only a virtual safety car. I thought it was going to be a safety car. Bath Destroyer, obviously, those top 2 could have benefited this, but they were past the pit thing. No, it's upgraded. It's been upgraded. Yep. Yes, so Suzuki Dior and Bath Destroyer here have benefited very nicely here. They can both pit. They might lose a couple of places, but not as much as they would do under normal racing conditions. But we do have a full safety car here. Let's see how much Suzuki Dior does drop, though. As he comes out the pit lane now, is it going to be P3 or is it going to be any further? Oh my god, all of them are coming down the straight. He really needs to get the power down, and I think he is just going to be ahead of that Aston Martin, maybe? Yes, he does. So Suzuki Dior in P5, and Bath Destroyer P10.
I can't see anything on the halos of the cars at the moment, so maybe it's a little
Jamie,
bit...
10-second penalty with Suzuki Dior. I think that probably could be removed.
Yeah, it'll probably be removed after the race. Obviously, people are backing up massively.
He is being able to stay in front of to stay ahead of that speed limit, though, but he's really trying to back up the pack. Let's ride on board with Bubbly and see when Kimi will react. Will he wait until the safety car, or will he literally bolt it out the corner? And there he's gone, and he has a bit of a snap. Bubbly did react a bit slower, but are we going to see any moves? Jamie and FIFA's already going at it. Just Jamie down the inside. We see a few more drivers behind as well going side by side, but I think Kimi has controlled that very nicely, heading down into turn 1. What are we going to see? We got to see a send there from Suzuki Dior on the Sauber of Tharlu, down the inside, has the outside for turn 2, but I think Suzuki Dior does get that. Jamie and FIFA still going at it. I'm hearing a lot of collisions in the back there. I think someone's gone off. Maybe not, but we still have this battle. FIFA's down in P8, and I think Milionski gets that move. Are we going to see any other moves here? Suzuki Dior and Ricciardo there going side by side through the De La Rocha chicane. Suzuki Dior seems to have gotten the better position there in P3, but Ricciardo in P4. Thilo down in P5. Neb trying to get a move on Raven here as we go into Parabolica. Raven goes down the inside of Neb and probably trying to get a move on Doctor as well. And Raven does indeed get that move done. Very nicely done from the Ferrari team principal. But I think now Neb and Doctor are going side by side. But we are going to see Battlestrayer go down the outside of Razagamer. Not able to get the move there though. But we see, look at Doctor trying to overtake off the track from Raven. Goes down the inside, 3 wide with Neb on the outside. Has the inside for turn 2. Still side by side with Raven and Doctor. Raven gets the move and now Raven is going to go down the inside of the Mercedes of Neb. Through Curva Grande we go. Can he get the move? But I think Neb is able to stay in front there. Alex has rejoined the fight as well as he's already got the move on Doctor and tucks in behind his teammates going into Della Roggia. So this is looking good for SASUKEDIOR. If he can stay with Kimi Dakunda and Bubbly, he might just be able to get himself a podium here as Bubbly is going to go down the inside. And so is SASUKEDIOR as well. SASUKEDIOR down the inside. Outside for turn 2. Can he get that move stick? It's going to be very tight on the exit, but has he got the power down quicker than Kimi Dakunda? And he has. SASUKEDIOR now up to P2. Raven and Battlestrayer there having a swap there, but are we going to see any moves here? SASUKEDIOR pulls to the outside to take the lead of the race, and he is down the outside into turn 1, and he does indeed get that move stick. Alex has also got the move on Battlestrayer. And I think Doctor has got the move on Stierzy as well, looking at down the player list. But SASUKEDIOR in the lead of this race, and on those mediums, he can go to the end. Raven and Neb going side by side, though. I just saw as Neb is overtaken there by Raven. I think Raven might be pushing to get a move on Saban here, as Saban doesn't have DRS. Raven moves to the inside and is easily going to breeze past.
It's contact between Bubbly and Kimi Dakunda. Kimi sent it up the inside of the Red Bull when he was attacking SASUKEDIOR. And that has just allowed the Sauber of Thilo 4 to get ahead.
Neb also got the move on Saban, and Alex is now going to try to go around the outside of Saban as well. And I think Alex is going to get that done as well. And now Neb was trying to defend off Alex, but Alex into P14 as well. Was Aiton there, maybe trying to get a switch back there on Doctor. And I'll tell you what, he's still side by side into the first lesson. A bit of contact. When Aiton, Doctor, had to catch a slide there, but Aiton up to P18.
It's going to be quite difficult for Brian Evans to defend.
SASUKEDIOR here, though. Going down the inside, going into turn 1. He has got the car slowed down, still side by side through turn 2. And they are really battling here, the top 3, as Thilo is right on the back of this as well. Are they still going to remain side by side through Curva Grande? Bubbly holds it at the moment, but can SASUKEDIOR get down the inside into Della Roggia? And he is going to have a look down the inside, and I think he's already passed, but can he stay in front going into the turning point? Yes, he is. And SASUKEDIOR holds in at P1 at the moment. But yeah, but better safe than sorry, you know.
Yeah.
Side by side between Ricardo and Milionski, though. I think Milionski will get that on the exit. Bubbly, is he catching to SASUKEDIOR? Jamie gets the move on Ricardo. But I think Bubbly will stay in P2 at the moment, through turn 1, through turn 2. And now as we go through the Curva Grande one last time, are we going to see any drivers try and make it side to side going into the final corner, or going into the Della Roggia chicane, if I should say. And they are going to go side by side. And I think Bubbly is trying to still hold it around the outside. SASUKEDIOR has the outside for the next part. And Bubbly takes the lead. Thilo now, can he try and make a move down the inside of SASUKEDIOR going into Lesmo 1? No, he cannot. Is he going to be able to get any move going into Ascari? Let's have a look as the DRS is enabled. And I think Bubbly is going to run away with this a little bit. Thilo, though, can he make a move? Look at Kimi Dakunda as well. He can try and make a move. What is going on with SASUKEDIOR? SASUKEDIOR's got a puncture on those mediums. And he's dropped everything from what could have potentially been P1. He's dropped everything. That was very dangerous there from SASUKEDIOR. But down in P17, Bubbly, though, has been able to survive that carnage, as he is going to come across the final corner into Parabolica. And Milionski gets Kimi Dakunda as well, but Bubbly will come home to win the Italian Grand Prix. Thilo will take P2, Milionski P3, Kimi Dakunda in P4, Ricardo in P5, but I think Jamie was P5. So whether he can get that 10-second removed, I'm not too sure. But FIFA's final, these are the, we can only go off the game. FIFA's P6, Brian Evans P7, Morleader P8, Raven P9, Alex P10, Gamer will take P11 with Bath Destroyer in P12, Neb in P13, Saban in P14. Jamie will then finalize in P15, but whether that 10 second he can stay in P5, I do not know. Stizzy in P16, Doctor in P17, Aiton will cross the line in P18, and very unfortunate there for SASUKEDIOR getting a puncture on the very final lap. That is very heartbreaking for him. He was leading, could have been a win, but not able to protect those tyres, and he will finish in P19.